All right, good afternoon or evening, no matter where you are in the world. I am Lucky Links. I have not done a video in quite a while. Uh, last month, this last month has been very busy for me, and I thought I'd touch base with you because today we are changing from the month of the Earth Rat into the month of the Earth Ox. So I thought I would just ask you guys some questions to consider as we go into the Earth Ox. This is what I think you guys should know. And so I'm going to dive right in. As always, I've written my notes out. I did this as a post today. I thought I would just, read the post. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions like I did at the beginning of 2020. And in a couple of weeks, as we switch into 2021, I'm going to ask you guys some more questions. Last year, when I did the questions going into 2020, I think people ignored that. They thought, well, you're asking questions, you're not really predicting anything. And then people started writing me midway through the year and said, holy crap, I just saw the video you did at the end of 2019 going into 2020, and everything you asked was related to what was going on. So I'm going to ask you some questions right now as we move into the next month here, the lunar month, the month of the Earth Ox. Have you guys noticed that in 2020 people have been losing their livelihoods, their businesses, their relationships, and more? Have you guys noticed that overnight we were told no more will you be able to sit in a public place? You can't sit in a cafe, can't sit in a bar, can't sit in a restaurant and meet new people. Have you noticed that we've been told that what gives us character, what gives us our humanity, we've been told that we have to cover it up? And have you noticed that you can no longer smile at people in the street if you do so? Have you noticed that people who have no right to have been telling other people that they cannot pray, that they cannot sing, they cannot connect intimately with other people? Have you been noticing that human beings have been being stripped of their humanity? Have you noticed that people who speak their mind are being censored? And I'm not just talking about the people who agree with you. I'm talking about the people who don't agree with you as well. Censorship is about being able to express yourself. And those of us who are creative, especially those of us who have been writers, we know that censorship is a poison, and we know why. It leads to horrible things. So if you think that other people should be censored because their opinion differs from you, then you are suggesting that people need to have their voices taken away. And that's not a really nice thing to wish on people. Have you noticed that the leaders who have been, or have you noticed that things that we have been relied on for a long time, things that we took for granted, are now gone? And have you noticed that the leaders who are telling us that we have to follow these rules, have you noticed that they're not following the same rules? Have you guys noticed that? And have you noticed that those people who claim that everyone should be running around worried are not worried about the same things that they're telling other people that they should be worrying about? Have you noticed now that people are living in paranoia, fear, and suspicion of their neighbors? And have you noticed that as more people start to lose everything, the same people who were rich before this all started have gotten even richer? Have you noticed this year, in this year of the rat, the metal rat, that certain rats have become trillionaires several times over from profiting from these things that I've been talking about here? Have you noticed that people who make billions on people getting sick, who can't cure a simple cold, have suddenly claimed to have a cure for something that they've whipped up in a couple of months, even though in other areas of the way they heal people, they can't seem to heal anything? This coming month, the month of the ox, you are likely to see those same rats, because it is still the metal rat year, all the way through February, and others who support them working tirelessly to get all the pie. They will remain faithful to their ideals that they should have it all, that everyone must listen to them, and that things have to remain locked down and people must be controlled, mind, spirit, and body. There are reasons why all of this is happening, but you have to understand what those reasons are if you want to succeed as things get weirder, which is why we in Tibetan Bon have been following this for many years in cosmology and why we do cosmology. Here's some advice from the Tibetan Mo this month. Okay? I've done a reading with the Tibetan Mo for this month. Okay? And nectar rays of the moon is the advice. And this is what I want you guys to do. Watch everything that's playing out on the public stage as if it were a magic show. And ask yourself, what's the trick here? Who's the stage magician? What is he doing while his assistant is grabbing my attention with fear and worry? Look at everything you see on the public stage that way. Do what you must do to heal. That's the second bit of advice. And for that, I recommend deeper self-development. And you should contact me. We can talk about that. All right? The same way you see the moon lighting up the dark sky, you will see something light up what is really going on this month. And I really encourage you to pay close attention. If you want to discuss any of this more, contact me. There's only so much I will now say publicly because censorship, as I said, is running high. And it's going to be harder and harder for people to be able to assert whatever they want to assert. I will be switching to another platform very soon that will be censorship free. Because it is going to start to get weirder and weirder and weirder. I am working on a book right now on manifesting. For those of you who saw me at the World Divination Association, you saw my presentation on manifesting. I thank you all for being there. It was a very big success. I got a lot of great feedback. I got a lot of great response from people. That is turning into a book that I will be releasing very soon. I'm working on it right now. I am also working on streamlining the way I do astrology charts. I have been giving people way too much. I have been sort of delving. I've sort of been crossing the line between birth astrology and telling people more like cosmological stuff. I'm streamlining the way that I do that so that I can go much faster in the way that I interact with people, and I will be working with people one-on-one more so in their astrology rather than doing the stuff and sending it to them. I'm going to be working interactively with people, and it's going to be more like a reading where we interact basically. Rather than me doing the chart and sending it to people, I'm going to do it more like a reading, and then from there we're going to build on what needs to come out of it. So I'm streamlining this, and so it goes much faster. And so if you'd like your astrology chart done, your Tibetan Bon astrology chart done, contact me. I have a whole bunch of new readings that I'm doing. I'm doing a based on people's birth information. I'm doing a what's standing in your way of manifesting reading. I'm doing I Ching readings for people just as the I Ching. Card readings as always if you want them. But I will tell you, from my experience, all the years I've been doing cards, and I you know what? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with cards. I used them for years. I still use them occasionally. There's only so far you can go with them. I have reading crystal mirrors that I can do for people where we can set up a portal, look at a situation, see what's really going on in the situation, and then I can use Tibetan Bon processes to start to change the situation. I'm also going to be doing, for people who want larger support with what's coming, I'm going to be doing memberships where people pay me up front, and then we work together on a goal. You want a goal, we set the goal, you work towards that goal. We come up with what's a definite thing you want outcome for that time, and then we work together during that time, maybe a couple months or something like that, to get you towards that goal. I'll be doing that as well. Like I said, the book's coming out very soon, probably the beginning of next year. And then I have some other readings up my sleeves as well. So if you want to know more, contact me. We can talk about it. I still have my divination classes on how to read playing cards, how to read crystal ball, how to read Lenormand, tarot, Mexican loteria. Anything else you're interested in, contact me, let me know. It's a very interesting time, and it's going to get more interesting. There's a really powerful thing that's really going on behind all this. You guys have heard me say in other videos, this is a time of purification. There's a reason for that purification. People have for so many years now being wished for something to change in the world. Well, guess what? It's here. Make sure you're on the path that you want to be on, and that it changes you towards the thing that you're really born to be, and that you don't get caught in the collateral. Lucky Links is always wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do. Have a good month, and remember, contact me. Let's set something up. And those of you who are waiting for your charts, it's the time's going to go down now, and we're going to be talking pretty soon. All right. Have a fantastic day.